All right, we are now recording.
All right, perfect. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's Mayor Manager meeting for Wednesday, January 29th. Excuse me. Online with me is Deputy City Clerk Andrina Prado, Executive Assistant Krista Gravy, City Clerk Stephanie Carlisle, City Attorney Tamara Niles, and Deputy City Manager Tim Dodd. Um, Tim, since Shawn is on vacation today, can you kick us off?
Sure, thanks, Mayor. Hard to believe, but we're almost in February. So our next meeting is this coming Monday, February 3rd. So we start with a study session on environmental and compliance programs from utilities with a guest. Looks like we have 20 minutes of presentation time. Have we set a discussion time for that?
Uh, let's see, is that the only item that we have for study session?
Appears
Let's
to
just
be.
put, yeah, let's just put 20 minutes of discussion.
Okay, great. And then we have a recognition of the 2024 Sustainability Grant Program recipients. We then have a public hearing for a planned unit development or PUD at 401 Inglewood Parkway, Kimco Development. 20-minute presentation and no discussion time as of yet.
We don't set discussion time for
Oh,
the
right,
public.
that's right. All right. And then we have a motion to award a contract to Jalisco International for the construction of the Oxford Avenue pedestrian bridge. Question about whether that would be consent.
I would say no to that.
Okay. And then we have a bill for ordinance second reading, CB2 2024 Model Traffic Code Adoption and Amendments to Title 11, Chapter 1. That's on consent. Bill for ordinance first reading, municipal code cleanup regarding special funds to reflect current special funds utilized by the city. That there's no consent for that one. The next one is bill for ordinance first reading, council bill amending municipal code to combine certain city pension retirement boards, not on consent. And then an IGA bill for ordinance first reading regarding the acceptance of an Edward Byrne Memorial Justice Grant. And there's a question about whether that would go on consent.
I'll say yes to consent on that one.
Okay, great. So we'll move to the next week, which is study session week, February 10th. So first we have the study session on information on certified local governments, presentation by the Historic Preservation Commission. We have a 15-minute presentation. So do we want to set discussion time for that?
Let's hold off on that
Okay,
for this week, too.
sounds good. Then we have another one that's the 2025 strategic plan review that Liz Ramsey and I will do as a follow-up to your retreat. Looking to do about 15 minutes of presentation. We then have the South Broadway Complete Street Design Update for a 10-minute presentation. We then have the continuation of the review of state housing laws. It's marked as 1 hour for both presentation and discussion. And then we have a review of Civic Plus Municipal Code review, and recommended revisions for a presentation time of 15 minutes.
Okay.
And that takes us to our next regular meeting, which is February 18th. So we have a study session on the utility billing implementation. It looks like that's the only one for that evening. Mayor, we have a couple where there's question marks for consent for the 18th. Do we want to go through those now or wait until next week?
I would say wait until I hear them on water and sewer.
Okay, sounds good. So we have a question mark for consent for a contract for SEH engineers to perform final design for the Union Ave Bridge rehabilitation. Also a question for a motion for Solid Hands Improvement Project agreement early procurement. Also one for approval to apply the high efficiency electric heating and appliances grant through the Colorado Energy Office as a motion. Another motion for the Guild sublease. Another motion for Space Improvements Project Phase 2, CMGC agreement, the Service Center. Another motion for Food and Beverage Concessionaire Agreement at Broken T. Another motion for consideration of a bill for ordinance first reading for consideration of a sister city's partnership with Belgium, Germany. Bill for ordinance first reading, staff requests approval of the second amendment to an IGA with CDOT for 285 and South Broadway interchange. Bill for ordinance first reading, drinking water SRF loan amendment. Bill for ordinance first reading, WIFIA water loan second amendment. Bill for ordinance first reading amendment to the IGA with Englewood Public Schools. Bill for ordinance first reading planned unit development for Kimco development. Bill for ordinance first reading municipal code cleanup regarding the Emergency Telephone Service Authority. Do we want to keep going to the 24th, Mayor?
Yeah, let's do the 24th and then we could end it there.
Okay. So this is another study session meeting, full agenda already. So we have a study session on Old Hamden Complete Streets final design update for about a 30-minute presentation, 2024 mid-year review of the Capital Improvement Plan or CIP Part 2, 45 minutes for presentation and discussion. Third study session is the update to City Council by Greater Englewood Chamber of Commerce for a 10-minute presentation. The fourth is the monthly financial report for a 10-minute presentation. The fifth is Englewood Arts programming report for 25 minutes. And then the last one is a comprehensive plan update for a 15-minute presentation.
That's looking like a long night.
It sure is.
So, okay. I think that's probably a good place to stop. We may want to look, I'm looking at that because I think the Old Hampton Complete Streets, if that's a 30-minute presentation, I can see that discussion taking, well, probably about 15 minutes. I think the mid-year review, I think there's still 3 or 4 departments that have to report on that. Okay, so we may just have to look at that, Tim.
Okay.
All right, perfect. See here, we didn't have a council meeting this past Monday, so no items in terms of from council. So I guess anything else from staff on this?
Not for me.
I don't have anything.
Anything else from you, Joe?
Nope.
We're
So
good
actually-
on our end as well.
Okay, perfect. So Tim, I think one thing that we may have to take into consideration is just the pause on the federal grants. I think it got delayed until February 3rd in terms of that, but I know that we have some grants here that are state, maybe some that could be federal, but that may be something that we have to take into consideration as part of any ongoing meetings until the grant situation is resolved. So is that on your radar, Tim?
It is, and Tamara did a great analysis on it, so I'm not sure if you wanted to weigh in on that quickly, Tamara.
Sure. Well, for now, the presidential order staying
Mhm.
or pausing federal funds has been stayed pursuant to a temporary
Right.
restraining order. There was one lawsuit filed yesterday on behalf of nonprofits, and then another one was filed yesterday from attorney generals from quite a few states, including the state of Colorado.
Okay.
So the judge that issued the TRO has indicated that they will issue a more permanent order. So for right now, we are just proceeding as
As
business
normal.
as usual until we know more.
Okay, perfect. That's a good update. Thank you so much for the work on that, Tamara. Okay, anything, I guess nothing else from staff. There's nothing else from me. And with that, everyone, that concludes. Actually, Joe, did you have any questions regarding that or?
No, I don't.
No?
Thank you.
Okay, perfect. Excuse me, everyone. This cough is not going away. That concludes today's mayor manager meeting. Everyone have a great day.
See y'all.
You too.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Too.
Thank you, everyone.